There is a prophecy that tells of the coming of a promised one. An ancient warning that simply states that every billion years, a child is born with zero game. A tale passed down from civilization to civilization, with its origin stemming back to the first shamans of our species. A story of a man with absolutely no situational awareness when it comes to dealing with the ladies. The Sumerian astronomers of Mesopotamia hypothesized that his failures with the opposite sex were written in the stars themselves. The ancient Mayans referred to him as Nabe Kitty, he who shall cockblock himself. But to the inhabitants of Skyrim, to those who dare speak his name, he is Virgin King. Previously on a series of Endless Fail. Now Lisa was one of the more popular girls in school, and for some weird reason she liked talking to me. How do you feel about going to check out a movie this Friday? What? And now for a feature presentation. Now to everybody who watched my last video, you'd understand that the day me and Lisa's date arrived was a pretty big deal for me. In fact, it felt like my entire life had been building up to that very moment. And as I lay in my bed that morning, I couldn't imagine a single thing that could ruin it for me.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Yep, every scenario that could possibly present itself ended in pure awesome. So there I was, on my first date, and there she was, looking like a sugar rainbow. Hey! Hi Lisa! Glad you could make it. Oh no, not a problem at all. Lisa, who are they? Oh, them? They're with us. Lisa had invited 9 other kids to join us that day, and I didn't even get along with any of them. Well, except of course for Mandy van der Merwe. Now to say that Mandy was a bit of a weird one would be a bit of an understatement. Mandy had an intense WTF factor with awkwardometer readings that were off the charts. She was the type of girl who wouldn't really talk to you so much as allow you to witness her epic monologues. She always looked like she was plotting something, and I had heard rumors that she had a crush on me. In fact, when I think of Mandy nowadays, I can't help but feel that she was the exact type of nerd girl I'd be hoping for later on in life. But tonight was about Lisa, and making some kind of connection with her. But there were all these other kids here, and I was clearly the only one aware of the fact that I was on a date. So in order to gauge the possibility of effectively executing my plan, I instinctively began rating all the kids present according to popularity. Now most of the kids there were 6s, there were a couple of 7s, and Lisa was up here with the 9s, with these 2 douchebags that were clearly on the same mission as me. Now at this point in my life I felt like a solid 1. So I was already taking a huge mental leap thinking I'd be holding Lisa's hand by the end of the evening. Especially with these 2 watchtowers of Cockblockitude guarding the gates to my very happiness. Hopelessness immediately prevailed. We bought our tickets, and I made my way to the restroom to lament this latest fail. I remember feeling like an idiot for ever expecting this evening to turn out any different. However, it was in that moment that something inside me began to turn. It was while standing in front of that urinal, staring into the ceramic abyss, that I finally began to become my own hype man. Okay, Sipo, you can do this. Believe in yourself. Follow your heart. Rage against the dying of the light. Paint with all the colors of the wind. And just like that, I began to believe. So I was back on assignment like a boss when, oh no, Sipo doesn't have a popcorn sharing buddy. Popcorn sharing, what? These kids had arranged themselves into little popcorn eating teams, and because we were an odd number, I was left partnerless. Lisa was teamed up with douchebag number 1, and douchebag number 2 didn't seem too happy about this either. And that's when I saw my opening. Everyone was being ushered into the cinema through a single door. All I had to do was get myself over here, and then we'd all march off to our seats in one glorious assembly line of victory. And that's when the demon boy spoke.
Guys, why don't all the boys sit together and all the girls sit together?
And I was like, who the hell is this kid? Someone drop kick this boy quick, load his body into a box, load that box on a freighter, park that freighter off the coast of Antarctica, nuke the coast of Antarctica! But then Mandy came through like a boss and was like,
Guys, chill. We're not babies anymore. We came here without our parents. Therefore, we should be able to sit wherever we want.
And I was like, someone give this girl a Nobel Peace Prize. Just throw money at her. Throw money at her face. Everything was ready. All that was left was for me to make my move. And thus ends the tale of how Mandy stole my hand virginity and why I can't remember a damn thing that happened in Con Air. So there I was, drawing a complete blank, paralyzed by Mandy's soft touch. It was at this point that Lisa noticed what was going on, and she just gave Mandy the old wink-eyed, thumbs-up smiley face. This made me think two things. Firstly, that this entire evening might have been arranged from the shadows by a master manipulator of the impressionable. And secondly, as far as me and Lisa was concerned, I had been relegated to a friendship zone that was protected by a friendship fortress, surrounded by a friendship moat, located in a friendship valley that could be found on a friendship island that was floating on a friendship planet that was being engulfed by a big black hole of friendship. The movie had ended and I couldn't imagine this night getting any more messed up when the devil's own decided to open his mouth yet again.
Guys, my parents are out of town and I don't stay too far from here, so why don't we take this party over there?
And that's when I saw it. A look on Mandy's face. A somewhat dark, menacing, yet inviting look. What could it mean? What was going on inside this girl's head?